guys. So we have started our trek over to South Dakota already. Just crossed through Chicago, and now I think we're coming up on Iowa. Maybe, probably in the next hour or two, we'll definitely be in Iowa. And we're gonna probably be finding somewhere to stay, just so we can move on and start traveling tomorrow bright and early, so we can get to South Dakota. Good morning, everyone. So we're getting all packed up at the hotel. Got all her belongings because I can be in and out in 30 minutes. Relatively simple, but about to start our journey over to, where are we going? Yeah, I guess we're gonna make it to Keystone today, but I think we have about 12 and a half hour drive there. But on the way, turns out we are literally about 5 miles away from the world's biggest truck stop, so I figured we may as well stop there while we go by, since we're not taking the same trip back. Quick little theft prevention: if you're ever out on vacation, pull your fuel pump fuse and your fusible link. Ain't no one stealing it. Well, we made it to the world's largest truck stop. This may be the most gangster semi I've ever seen in my life. Like, what? Hate to be the guy who has to polish it. Tires. This place is insane. Like, they literally have everything. Get all your bling. Not to mention you can get lights that are brighter than my future. This may be the darn rootin' tootin'est steering wheel I've ever seen. Officially made it here. Got another 6 hours to go. Well, even though we're in Keystone, not Keystone, where are we at?
We're in Rapid City.
We're in Rapid City. Even though we made it to Keystone, we had to do what we know how to do and go to B-Dubs. Now, gonna go back to the hotel, crash out, and start tomorrow with I don't know what, but we'll catch you then. Dang, she got absolutely filthy last night, yesterday, whatever. South Dakota and Iowa, you did not do a thing for my car with all that salt. All that time I just spent washing this thing for that to look horrible. Oh well, I think it's hiking time.
Wildlife loop.
I guess we're about to go drive a wildlife loop. We're going on a hike and a loop.
We're not going on a hike. I'm froze. It's cold.
Well, it's probably because it's still 9 in the morning, but
Yeah, we can do that later.
pretty sick view. All pine trees again. I'm super ecstatic about. Well, I guess we may not be able to get any bear spray. We may just have to use our bare hands. But I guess gas stations don't sell bear spray. Who would have thought? Well, we made it to Custer State Park, and says we've got about 15 miles of curvy roads, so I believe we are in the correct place. Just seen our first buffalo. I believe it was a buffalo. I don't entirely know the difference between a buffalo and a bison, but I think it was a buffalo. I don't know what took a deuce the size of my wheel out there, but we're about to find out. So I got an impatient someone back here. Oh, do I?
Yeah, do you want it?
Not right now, I got one on. She's so impatient. Maybe you need to.
I do.
If you can ever get her to go out and do something, you go ahead and make her do it. That is not too often do you not have to get out in the cold and do it. So we'll milk this one out for a minute. Someone didn't listen to Smokey. They didn't prevent the forest fire. I don't even know what this is. I don't know if you can zoom in. Antelope, something. Pulling right up on them. Dang, them dudes are massive.
Hey guys.
Good grass down here by the road, guys. Green grass. You have to say these would be the perfect tailgate roads. That's the most dramatic speed bump I've ever felt. You got water coming out here, you get stuck in a buffalo dam. The sign gets me happy like a switchback sign. That concludes the nature 16, 15 mile cruise bar. It has to be. We've driven 60 miles since we've gotten gas, so now finish up this loop. Where are we at?
Here.
Where did we start?
Here.
Where did we go?
We're going back around.
And where did we go?
All this.
You're getting on, Tom. The weird thing when you're out driving in hills and mountains and going in weird terrain is sometimes you forget, am I going up or am I going down? I don't know about you, but I just had that feeling a second ago. Am I going downhill or am I going uphill? I gotta say, those are the speed limits. We're pulling up on
Give me a moment.
something. Oh yeah. It's got tags and all. They're not wild. That's someone. That's actually someone's. I guess you can stand on the road, buddy. We'll get out your way. What? 16A road is pretty sweet. It's very curvy, very hilly, and very unpredictable. Definitely not going to be able to see it. But up there, on top of that hill would be Mount Rushmore. So, is that where we're going?
Not right now.
Oh, I couldn't
In a
remember.
little bit.
Well, that's where we will be going. Make our way back to Keystone,
Yes.
grab something to eat, and then we're headed to Mount Rushmore. Oh, you can kind of see it out there. Got a little glimpse of George Washington through the trees. So that's what we've been driving. Now we've made it to the overlook on the top. Someone's cold and hustly. Me, however, I think it feels great out. I think we will be able to see Mount Rushmore from here, hopefully. If not, we just see rocks. It's been a whole 2 hours later because someone wanted to go back and take a nap.
That was you. You literally said.
But someone didn't want to wake up.
You know what happens when I take a nap.
Yeah. She knows what happens when she takes a nap. We made it to the parking garage. I guess we gotta walk over. There's a path to go to the memorial or Mount Rushmore. I guess Mount Rushmore is a memorial. Now we made it up close and personal. Mount Rushmore. It's definitely bigger than I almost psyched myself out of it to be, but which is cool nonetheless. This is the closest one.
I think so. Because it goes back around now.
This may be the closest you can get to it. I don't know if it's always been like that, but it looks like half of Abraham Lincoln's face is missing. So we're in a little predicament. Something I remembered to check. I didn't check till just now. Check out the inner tread on the wheel. With the alignment issue, it has totally worn out the inner barrel. And I'm gonna have to buy 2 new tires to get back. So, for being tires with that much life, they were absolutely wrecked. So, off to the tire shop.
No, that's it.
If it picks up well on camera, you can see like a whole 3 cities up here. This isn't Rapid City. Well, got the wheels off. This is currently what we're working with. So we're going to take these in to Discount Tire and get set. Just a little show you how risky we're getting. We don't even have cotter pins in our tie rods. We're all torqued on, ready to go, gonna put everything up. I will say, these wheels look way better than these wheels. So, who knows, we may be in for a full tire rotation or replacement here soon. Now our first mishap's over. Got new tires on. I do have to say, the tires look way better at filling the gap. I mean, granted, they're bigger tires, but just the knot stretch factor makes them look way better. Now, we're gonna go to Walmart, grab a couple things for some hikes to eat, a bathing suit for Miss Forgetful, and Texas Roadhouse, I guess. Well, we got to it too fast, too hungry. We made it.
That was so good. The potato skins were delicious.
Well, that was one of the better roadhouses we've been to. I could actually visually see that her steak was way better than normal. Like, I had that nice, pink middle, and the outside was kind of cooked. Yeah, you don't ever get that where in our hometown. Breakfast was pretty clutch today. Had bacon, even though someone said yesterday that they may have bacon, and I 100% did not believe her, because why would a hotel have bacon? Sounds like 100% money lost to me.
I paid $300.
Did we?
Yes, over $300.
But still, that means I gotta get $300 worth of bacon, right?
Yes.
That whole big old bucket.
Yes.
So we're headed to the Black Elk Summit. Either way, it's a lookout that's 7,200 feet in the air from sea level, and you can see 5 different states. Headed to Little Devil's Tower Trailhead to go to the Black Elk Ridge, which we can see 5 states away, and I think that should be pretty cool. It'll be the highest point between the Rocky Mountains and the mountains in France. So. so high that there's an entire lake on top of this hill or mountain that is still completely frozen. So we're starting right here. We're gonna walk all the way up, go here to Little Devil's Tower, check out the cathedral spires, and make our way the rest of the way up here to the Black Elk Peak. And here begins the start of my loss of breath for the next 4 hours. This is just to the top of the hill. Down there, not even a 10th mile into the first mile of 6. We actually started at the wrong place. We started here when we meant to start here because it's in half an hour shorter. So we're about to make our trip up, check that out, come through here, and go back up to Black Elk Peak. Made it up to one of the mountain tops, or tops of, say, this cliff. You can see, if I had to say, you can see 50 miles away easily. We just came over this summit here just to come meet this big valley of snow. We're almost up to the top of Little Devil's Tower. And guess what we discovered? We have to climb this. Literally a butt crack in the top of the mountain. Someone's not the happiest about our walking conditions. And yes, we're taking turns with the bag. She ain't the only one carrying it.
It just looks like it. Oh, okay. Thank God. Thank God. Well, actually, this is a lot easier than the other one.
Yeah, but to come down.
Yeah. We'll just lie down. It'll be fine.
I don't know how well I am with heights. I think this is a first-hand experience to find out I'm not built for this. But it is a crazy feeling. And I've had a lot of dreams lately where I'm really high in the sky for some reason. And I don't know if maybe it was just leading up to this point. Literally, as far as the eye can see. It is absolutely incredible. And the funny thing is I've not even made it to the top. Don't know if I'm going to. It's just a lot to take in. Oh! Come here then. She can't handle it any better than I can. Man, that is insane. You go skydiving or paragliding off of this. I don't know if paragliding might be what you do. No, it's parasailing. Yeah, let's get a paraglider and jump off. I kid you not. Can't even see it. But like over here, up on a cliff, there is a guy literally just walking on the edge of a rock. Like he's rock climbing. World's biggest Cajon award goes to that dude. Well guys, we had a little pep talk with ourselves. And needless to say, other than over there, we made it to the top. Quite a ways down. Oh no, you're good. It's a video. Just a little bit of vlog. Freaky. What I've gathered here, that little building all the way up there is where we're trying to go. We are only a slight fraction of making it the way up there. So I'm gonna go back, take a couple pictures, show them to Gabby, and kind of see what she thinks of where we should go from here. I would love to make it up there. This is the literal peak, and if you see that little white speck, that would be Gabby chilling out. So we're gonna go catch back up with her and see if we can move on and get the rest of this. Oh, a little sketch to jump on a mountain. are out here walking in the pine forest, and got someone back here low-key wishing Edward Cullen would come up and swoop her away, thinking she's up in Washington. So we just realized up here at the top of this hill we can slightly see people. That's where I was just at, all the way at the peak, and I think we came down, walked between this valley, and made our way up. This is confusing. Totally amazed at how they even mapped and carved these trails out. I have to plant some trees like this back in Indiana so I can replicate this in my backyard, featuring that little chipmunk. That one's cool, but not the ones in Indiana. So we've made it all the way from this summit, down, up. Someone's having too much fun. Got a bunch of chipmunk friends out here. All the snow's got us walking in a river. A stream going down the path. Not my ideal way of hiking up a mountain, 7,000 feet. We're almost to the fire tower. Almost there. Maybe another 100 feet. Mom spaghetti. Why is it windy? That's where it was earlier. Dang. These stairs really just don't quit. When you're starting, you think you're done. Holy cow. I will say, if you're not used to this, it's probably not best to do it when you're still out of breath, because it takes your breath away. This is crazy. A couple people out there on that rock wall now, but I think we're about to start our journey back down. My hands are incredibly sweaty after going up here, and she wants to go swimming. I guess that is a good reward after this mega workout. But yeah, we'll probably catch you back at the car, because there's probably nothing. There's a chipmunk coming up to you. Get us a little fuel up before we head back. Ended up taking a new way back, and this has been the epitome of the whole trip. Walking in snow, mud, and water, and we don't get as good of a view. Oh, I've seen that before. Finally made it back to the car. Now to go back, eat, and catch a swim. This is sick. Scott's a scary, scary person. Well, didn't film too much yesterday. I was a little exhausted after that hike. We ate some Culvers, but now I think after the car warms up, we're gonna go back to Mount Rushmore so we can check out a few things we didn't get to look at when we were there because I was too worried about getting to the tire shop so we could actually do stuff on this vacation. So after we go to Rushmore again, and we're going to go back to Rapid City, give the car a wash, and we're gonna go check out Spearfish Canyon, Deadwood, which is like an old Wild West theme town, and maybe going over to Wyoming today, actually. I remember. Just tried to go pull up on a spot that we could stop and take a picture of our car by Mount Rushmore. Turns out in 5th gear and with the parking brake on, as high as I can get it, car still rolls. So no picture there for us today, or maybe ever. We've officially done our first car, like self-serve car wash. I've never done one of these. I've only driven through them, and I've only washed them by hand. And needless to say, she had to help me on this whole process. Yeah, I'm a little bit soaked left, but she looks way better than she did. So I guess maybe we'll just get out, air dry some of that. That's not the side that I really take pictures of anyways. So I think we're all good to go. Officially made it to the Devil's Tower. We're not actually going to go in there because it turns out the admission fee is $25. And we just wanted to come see it. We wasn't going to hang out like that. It's kind of hard to justify. So I'm going to do some fluid checks. We're going to head on back up to Keystone. Coming back, taking a little swim, which we didn't really get in the pool because the pool was freezing, but we did jump in the hot tub for a little bit. Now we're about to go try Ruby Tuesdays. Never been there before, so we're gonna check it out. Looked at the menu and it looks pretty good. Bad thing, I'm pretty sure we lost second gear. I don't know. I can get it sometimes, but a lot of times, like, I think it's in gear, it's not. You let out the clutch and it just crunches and shoots it right out of gear or spits it out of gear. Well, the GoPro keeps dying, but we're gonna go grab some Ruby Tuesdays. Well, good morning, everyone. Today is our last day in South Dakota, and I've got, say, our snacks, GoPro, my bag, my sweatshirt. I'll leave that charging while she gets ready, but we're about to go load up. I'm gonna go load up all my stuff, so that way when I get back I can help her out, get us out of here a little quicker. On the way out, we're gonna stop, grab a couple photos. There's about 3 spots that I'd like to go by before we leave. And then, since we can't go full speed the way back because of the tie rod and I don't want to wear out new tires, we're going to start our way back and not go anywhere over 65. So who knows, this may be quite a lengthy trip back, but we do what we got to do to save money, even though the tires would last us till we got back. I just don't want to buy new tires. So I think what I will do, if we get to a point, I'm going to switch my rears and fronts. So that way the new tires are on the rear and the old tires that I already had to replace would be on the front, ones that are stretched, and then when it comes to replacing, we'll replace those. Kind of what I suspect happened when I put this motor together. Maybe I let the pan cure completely before poking the dipstick through. Maybe it sealed the part in the pan and it's going somewhere else. But every time I check my oil, I already wiped it off. So this is about as good of a reading as it's going to get. It only picks up oil off the tube. Literally nothing picks up where it's supposed to pick up on the grate to tell you an oil level. So there's no way this whole trip I've been able to check my oil. The car right now, there's not a single leak or drop on the ground. If there was a significant leak, I'm sure it would leak and drip on the ground at least overnight. However, nothing. I've checked valve covers, both sides, clean. I have zero oil smell, smoke, anything. It doesn't come out the tailpipe. I just know compression's good. I seen the intake and exhaust valves both when I was checking and redoing this motor, so I know that the valve seals or stem seals aren't leaking. So I'm not sure what's going on. Oil filter's dry, PCVs are fine, no drips or anything anywhere whatsoever, but still I just do not see anything on the dipstick. Oil filter's dry, super clean. So it was like this when I left. I added a half quart, still didn't see anything. So I mean, now we're here. If something happens, it's gonna happen on the way home. I'm not gonna keep adding oil because I don't see any sign of a leak, and there's no reason for me to do that, so to speak, because the last thing you want is to put too much oil in your car. I already feel like I'm probably like a quarter of a quart over at this point, but it's just the whole dipstick thing is super strange to me and doesn't make me feel that comfortable. And we're off to the races.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, what? Someone's about to miss breakfast. All loaded up. Maybe someone does get breakfast.
Wah, wah, wah.
Absolutely no ticking, no signs of low oil. So, I don't know. We're just gonna send it. We're officially leaving the Black Hills National Forest. So here comes the 16-hour grind of the drive home. If we see anything cool, we'll definitely be sure to update you or let you know. But it was great. Great seeing you and knowing you, Black Hills. I don't know how you can see that. We have managed to get 404 miles on a full tank of gas. That is equated to about 27 mile a gallon. It came out to be, I think, 26.94. Hey, I'll take it. That is definitely not something I think you could get from a 90s sports car. Good morning. So it's the next morning here in Wisconsin. We're about to make our way out. We're going to do breakfast and whatnot. We're going to stop at a Dollar General on the way so we can grab some coffee, a couple drinks, and get this last 6 to 7 hours over with. We really wanted to get out here because we miss our dog, and we know she really misses us. So, made it to Chicago. This is your chance. Are you excited? Good morning, everyone. So we're officially back home. We got here yesterday about 6 o'clock. Ended up just vegging out, went to the reservoir to try to take the dog on a hike, but we just went and walked on a little bit of concrete where it wasn't too wet. However, we're about to run over to the next state, go to Ohio, and we're gonna go pick something up. Something for our Z, something I've wanted for quite a while. I thought I had a connect on one at one point, but he ended up, it was actually for the rear and not the front, so it was not exactly what I was looking for. So we're gonna go make a full 4-hour trip. Gonna go grab that, and we're gonna come back, edit this video so we can get it finished and upload it for you guys. So with that being said, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys for tagging along with our vacation. Had a blast. Great place to drive. Take your car if you ever are looking for a cool place, kind of like the Tail of the Dragon, to go cruise. With that being said, you guys know the deal. Drop a like, comment, subscribe down below. Stay tuned for our next video. Peace.